Hello, and welcome to this quick introduction to Forex trading. And in this video, we are going to take you through a beginner's guide to the points that you need to know in order to start trading Forex. So, why are you here? Perhaps you want to create a source of income. Perhaps you are curious. Perhaps you want to be a full-time trader even. So, whatever it is, let's begin with the basics. So this is what we're going to cover. What is Forex and who actually moves the Forex market? We're going to talk about trading Forex as a business as opposed to gambling or a hobby as a professional business. The advantages of Forex as a business, the market hours that you can trade at, and we're going to take a quick look at the different currency pairs. So let's begin with what Forex actually is. So some people call it foreign exchange, some people call it Forex or currency trading. It has different names, but let's call it Forex for short. Trading Forex is basically trading of one country's currency against another at an agreed rate. So we're talking about one going up and down and the other one going up and down. So one versus the other. And Forex is an electronically run network as opposed to physical money where you exchange cash. It's electronic network of banks and it runs 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, and on the weekend it's closed for trading. And importantly, is the biggest market in the world with $5 trillion per day traded. Now, as an example here, let's take the US economy and the US dollar, and let's take the EU, and let's take the euro. So when you go abroad, you exchange your money from one to the other at an agreed rate. And then when you come back, you exchange back into your currency. So if we have dollars into euros, then what you will be doing is you're going to be selling the dollar and buying the euro. And when you go back, you'll be doing the opposite. And from the time that you made your first transaction to the time that you did your second one later on, there is a difference in price. There's a fluctuation in the price, in the rate. So we have the United States dollar and the economy of the United States battling, if you like, against the euro. So when you are buying and selling, you are essentially placing a bet on the economy of one country against another. And this creates price fluctuations. Okay, so now who actually participates in these markets? So we have several players here. The big ones are central banks. In each country, we have a central bank, and in different regions we have central banks. We have big investment banks. You may know some of them, such as Barclays, HSBC, Deutsche Bank. We have commercial banks that deal with commercial companies. And we have brokers. We have individuals like you and I, and we have other companies like hedge funds. And all of these people insert their investment, their money, and that makes up the Forex markets between the different sides of the world, if you like, between the different countries, and it creates price fluctuations with the help of all these participants and their bets on those markets. So now let's go over why would we want to trade Forex as a business. So for a few reasons here. First of all, you need to bear in mind that it's a professional skill, just like any other. It's something you need to practice. It's something that requires time, and the better you are, of course, the more money you make. So it's a skill. The advantage is there's no office to rent, as with usual companies, or employees to employ, or products to hold. So you are just setting up and heading off straight away. Another thing is investment can be minimal, as low as a few $100s. You don't need to start with a lot to get going. Another advantage is the flexibility. You can plan your routine and work around your day, your working times, and figure out the hours that suit you. Then the other factor is we can make money in both directions of the market. So whether the market goes up, whether the market goes down, in both of these cases, we can make money on the move up and we can make money on the move down. Then we have the fact that you are able to control large amounts of currency with a smaller percentage of money using the power of leverage. So it's not a case where one, let's say, dollar will buy you €1, but it can actually buy you much more depending on the leverage using a smaller percentage in your account. And in terms of profits and returns, 10% per month is possible, of course, and that depends on risk. And some will do less, some will do more. It depends on your skill and the risk profile that you've set for yourself. So there are those who can make 50% a month, 100% a month, even 200% a month. But bear in mind that these are not sustainable returns and they are taking a very high risk in order to do that on their account. But 5%, 10% growth is entirely possible when you become consistent and when you develop your skill, as we just spoke about. And from there, you can continue to gradually grow your account. If we take this line as time and we take this line as profits, then your account should look something like this as it gradually grows and increases over time. Now let's go through the Forex trading hours. So what we have here is a table of the hours, market hours that each parts of the world open at. So if we start here, we just look at the GMT time, which is London time. London opens at 8 a.m. and closes around 4-5 p.m. and this is the time span where the London session opens. And then we have the New York session, which opens at around 1 p.m. UK time or 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and lasts for the day. After New York closes, Sydney opens, and then we have Tokyo. And these hours relate to the banks and the currencies, and you trade based on those sessions. So there are various techniques, but as a rough guideline, of course, those in London will be related to the pound, be related to the euro, and those in Sydney and Tokyo will be related to the Asian markets, which are Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, and Japanese yen. And these here we have a time when two of them overlap, and these are the trading sessions. Of course, you could trade throughout the whole day, though it's not recommended, but these are the hours that you can set your guideline to. Now let's go over the Forex pairs. So Forex pairs always come in 2, hence the pair, and the first 3 letters represent one currency, and the second 3 letters, second side, represents the other currency. So we have the first 2 letters of the 3 represent the country, and then we have the currency. So in this case it's Great British Pound, and in this case it's United States Dollar. So each of those put together becomes the name, the shorthand for the currency pair, and we are trading one against another. So this is what you will be trading. So one country against another creates this pair, and we have the various different pairs, and these are the shorthands for each one, which you will get familiar with and you'll quickly get to know. So here we have a list of some pairs. This comes from a trading terminal from a popular trading software, MetaTrader 4, which you can get on FXBulls.com. And if you log in and download the platform, you'll be able to see this. So we have a list inside the platform, all the different pairs here, as you can see, that you can trade, and we have their prices for buying and selling. Here are the most commonly traded pairs in terms of volume, the largest. So we have euro versus dollar, we have the pound and dollar, we have the United States dollar and the Japanese yen, the Australian dollar and the United States dollar, New Zealand dollar, dollar CAD, and dollar and the Swiss. And here we have some other pairs which are called exotic, for example the Swiss franc against the Singapore dollar, and these are the minor pairs. So we have the majors, which are these, and represented here as well, and then we have the minors lower down the list, which are the less traded pairs. But in each case you can see AUD, which is Australian dollar, is traded against one currency and another and another, and you choose the chart that you want to trade, the pair you want to trade. And it's as simple as that. And that was the brief introduction to Forex trading. Hope you enjoyed it, and if you need to refresh your mind, just go back over the video, and when you are ready to open your own account and start trading, then please visit FXBulls.com, where you can log in and register and then download the platform. So just head over to the website FXBulls.com and you'll have your login. You can join here, and if you click on platforms you can download the platform and start trading. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you on the next one.